She's known for event planning, public relations, and business consulting. In this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I sit down with Brae Richardson one-on-one. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. Well, Brae,
hi.
It is so good to see you.
You as well.
I saw you, I guess, a couple of weeks ago at the corner of King and John.
Yeah.
And you were just wrapping up a big event.
Yeah. What was I doing that week? I can't even remember what weekend that was. That was either the Clico weekend. Oh, Africa Fashion Week.
Right.
Yeah, so that was exciting. It was out in Beaufort, so they plan on bringing it to Charleston next year, so hopefully it'll be even bigger and better. But yeah, that was an exhausting but great informational, educational event because it was held at the Penn Center. So
oh yes, indeed.
It
Very
was
historic.
very motivating, and it was just good to be around people, the culture. It was good. It was a good event.
Exactly. Why Charleston? Why next year?
I think especially Charleston, one, has a lot of history. So they are interested in just expanding and kind of, because not only was it centered around fashion culture, but it was also super educational. So we spent literally a week of events at the Penn Center. So learned so much things about the Penn Center, Beaufort, just things like Martin Luther King wrote a speech, half of a speech there. So they just kind of want to keep that same rhetoric and kind of piggyback on the culture of Charleston as well. So it should be interesting.
Let me turn to your Instagram page because I want to read a portion of your bio.
Yeah.
It says this: events, marketing, PR, business consulting, influencer. Who are you influencing these days?
I guess my overall, yes, I do marketing, yes, I do PR and business consulting, but my overall life goal, life journey is just to be the change that I want to see within my community. So a lot of people ask me why I decided to come back to Charleston. And I personally feel like there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. God has clearly kept me here for a reason. I don't know if you know, but I grew up in Charleston, so in Charlotte. So my family's from Charleston. So this is about my first 3-4 years back in Charleston. Wow. So I just feel like there's something more that needs to be done. And something that I've been doing is just kind of going to schools, for example, Burke, just kind of doing one-on-one tutoring and just trying to be something in my community and kind of, we complain so much about politics and complain about the state of our country, so I just want to be involved more. So that's kind of my influencer aspect of I guess what I would say is an influencer. Not too much of the social, but kind of just in the community is my goal.
And I'm class of 2004 at Burke. Yes, indeed. And you talk about Charlotte as your home and your family's from here. Both cities are thriving when it comes to branding and PR and events. What is the difference between Charlotte and Charleston in your mind?
I think Charleston is still expanding. I think Charleston is still growing. I think that it's a new generation in Charleston. It's a new Charleston. I'll put it like this: Charleston is definitely still growing. Charlotte, and I say all the time, some of the things that I experienced here, I necessarily didn't experience in Charlotte. So coming here was pretty eye-opening. It was very eye-opening for me, actually. Just things from the culture, things from how things are done. So I wouldn't say Charleston is completely slow or stagnant, but it's definitely still growing. So there's a great population of young professionals in North Charleston and downtown Charleston and Mount Pleasant. So that's exciting, and that has definitely changed since I've been here. So that's great. So it's not stagnant, but it's definitely growing. But there's still a difference. It's still taking some getting accustomed to. But
and a lot of people are still saying that the Charleston Fashion Week is growing.
It is growing.
When you think of that, what sticks out to you?
As far as Charleston Fashion Week, I think it's definitely still growing, and I think that Charleston Fashion Week is like that thing that everyone is waiting for and excited for. So there's definitely still momentum behind it. So it's a thing that everyone is like, oh, it's finally here, and you kind of, you base your season off of it, and it's like a thing to go to. I think it brings people together as well. It's definitely a thing that everyone's coming to, so that's great. Like I said, it's a thing that everyone is waiting for and getting excited about. So
Yeah, describe to me the following one word: event planning.
event planning. Time consuming. Say time consuming. Maybe I'll switch it to passion. I think that's my passion. But a lot of people don't know that I still work in corporate America as well as have my business. So that's that's the thing that keeps pushing me to get out of corporate America is my business. I would say passions. I'm extremely passionate about it. So
What's your secret to juggling both of those?
I just had this conversation last week because a couple months ago, or I would say a good month ago, I was having a breakdown because I was like, this is a lot. But I guess my secret is, one, it takes money to make money, so that keeps me motivated, and I just do it. I literally set aside at least 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day to do something with my business. I find myself doing stuff on my lunch break. I do make sure that I take time. I'm usually up by 6 a.m., so that also is people have known to get emails from me that early. So I just make time for it. It's hard and it gets super stressful, and you're like, dang. But I mean, like I said, for me, in my mindset, it takes money to make money. So if you just motivate yourself, you'll get it done. It's frustrating. There's not really a secret to it. You just do it.
Yeah, public relations.
Yeah. I would say new. And I say new because I've kind of had people approach, in the past they were approaching me about it, and I was like, no, I'm a little scared about it. But I have a mentor in Charlotte that kind of just pushed me to do it, and so I do have a few clients here, and I'm blessed because they trusted me to handle their PR. But it's an everyday learning experience, and I'm studying and just kind of researching continuously, but I would describe it as new.
Brae Richardson, the person.
Brae Richardson, the person. It's so weird when you have questions asked about you. I would say growing, because I feel like I'm continuously growing. I'm not the same person that I was a year ago. So I would say she's continuously growing, and like I said, just to piggyback off just in the community, I'm finding as I get older, that's my thing. And that's, we all want to be successful, and we all want to leave this earth and, have success next to our name. But I think that just being impactful and making a difference is my true calling. So I would just say growing, and I definitely pray every day and ask God to kind of bring me closer to that. So I would say growing.
That is so good to hear.
Yeah.
And I want to go back to a tweet that you posted on April 19, 2015 on Twitter.
Ooh.
You said this: my passion is in what I am doing right now. So what's next for you?
What is next for me? I would say investing in some sort, and whether that's my time or I would say investing in some sort. My mom and I are trying to take time to go to Houston, so I will be hopefully there next month if everything plans and things and events, go. Yeah. So I would say investing, whether that's time or in a business or within myself. So I would say investing is what's next for me.
I forgot to ask this,
Yeah.
but obviously your company is Brae. What does BRAE stands for in your mind?
BRAE. You want me to break it down for you? So I can do that.
Okay.
I would say B for beautiful. And I don't say that in the exterior.
Right.
Like I said, I'm still growing, so I think that's beautiful because I just am not the same person I was, which is great. R for Richardson, that's my last name. Let's see. I never thought about this before. A for, I hate to use such basic words, awesome. I would say E for energetic. 'Cause I used to be, I would say I'm energetic about life now.
Yes.
Because I used to feel like I was really stagnant. And you know, you go through that phase in life where you're kind of like, well, what am I doing next? Or what's going on? So I would say E for energetic.
Wow.
Brae. That's what Brae means to me. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Well, Brae Richardson, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate this.
No problem. Thank you for asking me to be a part.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.